Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. First things first, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button so you're notified whenever I next upload. And let's dive into today's video. And a little bit of breaking news coming out this morning from Nizar Kinsella and the Evening Standard regarding the future of Ian Maatsen. And Chelsea have actually activated a clause in Ian Maatsen's contract to extend his deal until 2025. An option to extend this deal has been taken up amid reported free transfer interest from Barcelona. So as we know, obviously, Maatsen's deal was set to expire at the end of the current season. I'm not really too sure how many people knew about this clause in there that could extend this deal until 2025, but it's a good job it's there because it now protects the value and it gives us a little bit longer to come to a decision on what should be done regarding his future, and it gives him a bit more time to think about things as well. The article also goes on to add that the 21-year-old's obviously his situation expiring deal. There's a lot of potential suitors. Apparently, Barcelona keen to sign Maatsen on a free transfer, according to reports in Spain. No surprise that Barcelona, with their financial issues, are sniffing around free transfer signings. It's kind of what they do. But there's also Premier League clubs interested as well. West Ham, we know from the summer. Burnley, we obviously know from the summer as well. A £31.5 million deal had been agreed between the two clubs. Obviously, Maatsen himself, we understand that he'd like a prominent role under Pochettino, but it doesn't really look like that's going to happen at this point in time, given the fact that Poch clearly doesn't see him as a left back. He's behind Chilwell, he's behind Cucurella in that position. He's played most of his football in the three behind Nicholas Jackson, and in pre-season, he was great playing on the left-hand side, played right side, played 10. He's obviously played 10 in a couple of the Carabao Cup games. But in terms of his Premier League minutes, from so far, he's played 83 minutes in the league in total, which he's going to need a lot more football than that if we're going to convince him, to try and stay. He's rejected two Chelsea contract offers over the last few weeks. And as I said, hesitancy kind of due to the fact he's only played 83 minutes in the league. We've obviously got Chilwell injured. We've got Cucurella there. Levi Colwell's been started in his favoured left back position for the start of the campaign, and there's further competition from Chile and Cucurella. So, not to mention the competition moving forward in the forward areas as well. Look, obviously, extending the deal gives us an option to try and see if he can force his way in. What the idea is going to be for him. He'll be hoping to try and convince Pochettino that he can play an important part in the squad going forward this season. He's now got 18 months left on his contract, which strengthens Chelsea's position, and it clearly, protects his value to some extent, because otherwise we're risking losing him for a very minimal fee in January or for absolutely nothing in the summer. I think it's good that this has happened, but if I'm being totally honest, I just see this as a move from Chelsea to protect the player's value. I really can't see how Ian Maatsen necessarily forces his way into being a regular at Chelsea or even getting minutes that, he would deem acceptable at this stage in his career to try and help his development as a player. He's 21 years of age. He's shown he's got immense ability. The loan spell at Burnley was fantastic, playing in that left wing back role. Championship team of the season. We already know all this stuff. He's impressed in the preseason. We know what abilities he's got. But the problem is, at a top club like Chelsea, where we've got so much competition for places, he's not better than the attackers we've got. He's not better than Mudryk. He's not better than Cole Palmer, Sterling, Noni Madueke. He can do a good job, but he's not better than those guys. So he's like, we're looking at fifth choice there, not to mention when Christopher Nkunku returns as well. So you're looking at fifth or sixth choice in the attacking positions. And then Poch clearly doesn't trust him as a left back or doesn't see him as a left back. He's behind Chile, he's behind Cucurella, and he's behind Levi Colwell, who's been used there as well. So I'm looking at it from an Ian Maatsen perspective. And unless we pick up more injuries, which being Chelsea, of course, is a distinct possibility, I just look at it and I think, this guy's not going to get the minutes here that he needs to develop as a player. And he's not going to get the minutes that he wants and feels that he deserves, and a player of his quality does deserve. But ultimately, whether he's good enough or not, right now he's not better than what's at the club. And it might sound harsh, but he doesn't deserve to be in the team based on his current level of performance. He's certainly not outperforming those that he's competing with. Yes, there'll be more opportunities. Carabao Cup against Blackburn in the next couple of weeks, you would expect to see an opportunity there. But he's not just going to want Carabao Cup games and the odd sort of 10 or 15 minutes from the bench in the Premier League. That's not going to cut it for a young up and coming player. You know, as a youngster, you need to play consistently to develop, get confidence, improve your game. And at Chelsea, he's just not getting that. And I guess that's, you know, part of the situation at a top club where you have so many good players. And there's no shame in not making it at Chelsea potentially. You know, you can still go on and have a very good career elsewhere, whether he goes to West Ham, whether he goes to Burnley, whether, you know, there's interest back in Holland, whether he goes to an Ajax or a PSV Eindhoven potentially. He's got so much ability, and it's not no slight on him that he's struggling to make a breakthrough into this Chelsea team, given how many talented individuals there are. You see it at constant places all over the country. Cole Palmer wasn't necessarily deemed good enough to break into Man City. That doesn't mean you're not a good player. Same with Romeo Lavia. You know, that there are situations where you can be a very good player, but circumstances dictate that, unfortunately, you're not going to get the look in or the minutes you warrant at that set club. And I think that's exactly the situation with Ian Maatsen. And this contract extension is purely from Chelsea to protect the value and to buy themselves a little bit more time, and perhaps for Maatsen to get a little bit more thinking time about what he's going to do next. But, you know, right now, he's played 83 minutes in the league, as I've said. It's not very much across 8 Premier League games. He's not even picked up 1 game's worth of minutes. The only reason he got 45 of those minutes was because Mudryk picked up a knock against Fulham, which is why he came on at half time. So, look, I like Maatsen. I think he's a good player, offers versatility, important to have that within the squad. But I just can't see where he plays. I just can't see it, guys. I mean, I'd be interested to know your thoughts. That please do let me know in the comments below. But I just can't see where he fits in, where he plays the minutes that he feels he deserves and will be beneficial to his career. And this is purely for me, from Chelsea's perspective, is just protect the player's value and not lose him for peanuts in January. And at least we can command the bigger fee in the summer, where it'll be 1 year left on the deal. And we can try and get, you know, maybe 15, 20 million quid, maybe a little bit more. But I can't see any situation now. I'd love to be proven wrong, but I can't see a situation where Maatsen signs a contract extension and gets regular football at Chelsea. But as I said, guys, please do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's just my thoughts on Chelsea extending Ian Maatsen's deal until 2025. So he's now got 18 months left on his contract. As always, guys, make sure you smash a like on the video, hit that subscribe button. It's really important. Heading towards 7,000 subscribers, so please do subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you again in another video soon. Up the Chelsea, and peace out, people.